Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. What an episode of SmackDown last night. I think it was one that almost everyone in the WWE Universe tuned in to check out. The news broke yesterday that Daniel Bryan was finally cleared by WWE to come back and wrestle again. And we got to see him come down and give that uplifting promo and then come back down later in the night where he tried to fire Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, which preceded them to beating him up and him, actually getting physical in the ring where basically two was greater than one. And now Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn have taken out Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan in back-to-back weeks. Both of the so-called, I guess you can say, leaders of SmackDown, the people in the roles of basically making the matches and making the rules. These guys, they're not listening to anybody, and they want their chance of going after the championship. They want what they think is rightfully theirs. There was lots of talk about that Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn match, which is still listed on WWE.com under the WrestleMania set, under the WrestleMania matches that are supposed to happen at WrestleMania. As of right now, there was a lot of talk about those matches because of the things that were going down on SmackDown after the house show at Madison Square Garden, the road to WrestleMania. AJ Styles was forced to leave that match. He did come back. And I think he started swinging a chair around, which caused a disqualification in the match against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. But at the same time, I think AJ Styles missed house shows on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Well, no, Tuesday would have to be just on Sunday and Monday. He missed house show appearances where they said that he was injured and unable to compete. So people were thinking, what happens if AJ Styles is not able to wrestle at WrestleMania? But, AJ sent out a tweet basically saying that he's going to do everything possible to make sure that this match happens. It's been one of his dreams to wrestle, in the main event at WrestleMania. He wants to have, the match against Nakamura, which a lot of wrestling fans look at as a dream match. He's not going to miss this opportunity because, who knows what's going to happen? At WrestleMania from 34 to 35 is a year away. One thing leads to another. Maybe AJ suffers a worse injury next year and he's not able to wrestle on that card. And the chance of him wrestling in the main event championship match at WrestleMania is out the window. And maybe it never comes back again. So, you can sort of look at the year of, I think that was 2002. I mean, Scott Steiner comes into WWE. At Survivor Series, he's in one of the main event matches in back-to-back months at the Royal Rumble and I think No Way Out, wrestling against Triple H, and then doesn't even have a match the next month at WrestleMania. So, I mean, anything honestly can happen in the WWE. But as of right now, I think what the plans are is for AJ to have the match against Nakamura, and then you would lead to a tag match between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, teaming up against Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon. I don't know if maybe the firing is going to stick from SmackDown, and maybe this is a job for them to be able to get their jobs back. To me, having a stipulation like that does bring something special to the match, but I think that would have to make it where Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens would have to win the match. One thing I always talk about when Shane McMahon is wrestling at WrestleMania or wrestling any other match, I guess you would see, is that Shane doesn't really win that much. When Shane was a heel and won the European Championship, he won that match. But I think if you go back and you think about the matches that would have been put on that Best of Shane McMahon DVD that got scrapped, Shane didn't win a lot. Almost like how, Vince never really won a lot either. It's just people want to see these guys get their asses kicked. And Shane is one of those guys, even though he's a babyface, they know he's going to push it to the limit. He's going to take every risk possible to make every match that he's in memorable. I mean, this is a guy who's been in the wrestling business basically his whole life. He's seen just about everything go down, and he wants to be able to top anything he's already done in his wrestling career from the past. Daniel Bryan getting back into the ring, I think, is just going to be a victory. For all of the fans in attendance that are at WrestleMania. Many people go to WrestleMania to have a good time, and to see the things. It's the WrestleMania of wrestling. It's freaking the Super Bowl. It's the World Series. It's all rolled into one night of wrestling. So, I mean, we've seen downer things happen at WrestleMania. We've seen Booker T lose to Triple H at WrestleMania 19. We saw Undertaker lose to Brock Lesnar, losing the streak at WrestleMania 30. And that really killed the buzz of the whole show, I think, honestly. It was cool to see Bryan win the title after that, but I don't think WWE ever really regained full control of the crowd after that. It just was a lull. I mean, that whole Divas match at WrestleMania 30, where I think it was Tamina and AJ against the whole Divas roster, I don't think anybody that was there can really remember anything that really happened in that match, and that's just me. So I'd be really surprised if Owens and Zayn win that match. I think everybody's going to want that feel-good moment of Bryan and Shane McMahon doing the yes chants on the posts after, seeing that flying knee, or basically seeing Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens tap out to the yes lock. One thing leads to another. We know that this match is going to be awesome. It could easily be the opening match to WrestleMania, or something that can build suspense later on in the night. So we'll see what goes down with this one, but WrestleMania is coming up sooner than you think. So they're probably going to work this out over the weekend, and then it's going to be announced on Tuesday. But as of right now, I think it's going to be a tag match. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon going up against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens.